Welcome to the Meta Monday show, coming at you live on a Thursday.
We kind of missed the idea of when we were supposed to do it, didn't we?
We missed Monday.
What
happened to Monday?
In fairness to us, we did stream for 14 hours over the weekend.
Yeah, we streamed like solid, like not leave our chairs.
Yeah, literally. When one of us disappeared, it was to literally go and stretch our legs and possibly go to the toilet.
Me and you sat like next to each other, huddled up for 14 hours. It was 8 and 6.
Yeah,
8 and 6.
I think it might have been closer to 15 hours in the end. Oh my god, it was long.
And there goes the player illegally moving the land speeder.
Oh god, and we've already started on it.
Nah.
Oh, do I have time to get popcorn?
Oh my god, I thought that was an open drink. I just knocked over.
Mate,
Jesus
you and your
Christ.
drinks on this table.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We really appreciate everybody joining us. Those of you that are joining us live, we will get into the discussion in detail, as we always do on these shows.
Yep.
Those of you who are joining post-live, welcome. Please like and subscribe.
Please do, because someone's found an audio clip that I made a very bold commitment, didn't they?
I was going to try, we're going to try and find it. So, a few episodes ago...
I'm nervous. I'm worried.
I'm worried.
Yeah, exactly.
Liam said very clearly that he would get a tattoo
Of the epic flail symbol.
of the epic flail symbol if we got to 1,000 subscribers. Natural
Before
subscribers,
Christmas.
not fake shit bot ones which break your channel.
Yeah, but before Christmas, there was a caveat in there.
Oh, yeah. No, we got 3 weeks.
I'm less worried. I don't know.
If everyone just gets like... You're right, Liam.
I'm dying.
This is die over there. I'll just turn your microphone down as you die. If everyone gets everyone they know to do it, I reckon we're there.
Please don't.
Flail logo. What do you reckon to that, guys? I think that'd be great.
But we were also then going to discuss, like, we do a poll as to where I have to get it tattooed as well. But it can't be like forehead or face.
Oh, it can. I mean, it can. It totally can.
I mean, it can't.
It can.
I mean, I'm bald.
Cheers, everyone.
So that's not like I'm growing my hair out to cover it, is it?
Well, you know, you've got a tattoo on your hand.
Oh, yeah, hands are fine. I'll do hands.
I'm thinking a bit bigger than your hand, mate, if I'm totally honest.
I was going to make a lewd comment then, but it's not. It's not, so...
Lads. Right, we need an air horn on the soundboard.
Like a... What was his name? What was that DJ that was really shit? Tim, the white DJ.
He's...
Didn't he get done for, like...
Careful.
Yeah, no, I'm
just
not
be
gonna say
careful
the
about
word.
what you're about to say, because we've literally just got approved by YouTube literally days ago, and don't make an allegation around...
Tim Westwood.
Okay, now you've said his name.
Yeah, but I haven't said anything that he did. Just look up news articles about him. That's all I'm saying.
Telly, we're after 400 subs.
Telly's like, right, I'm prowling the streets to find them.
Telly's doing the numbers.
Homeless network. Telly's on the homeless network. Go on, Telly, get that homeless network in.
Activate everybody you know.
Activate them
Liam
all.
has fully agreed to do this tattoo if we get to 1,000.
Yeah, I'll do the tattoo. Just where I get it done.
No, we're not at partner level yet. Well, if everyone who's subscribed gets the partner, then we're over. We're at 1,200. Evening, Tim. Thank you for joining us, my friend.
You're right, Tim.
Today in the show, we're going to be talking about can Warhammer 40,000, the game we all love and enjoy, can that ever become a professional competitive game?
Yeah.
People, and some, we were sort of chatting about this as we watched the shop. Maybe we have a slightly different take on this, but are we already there? There are people that are professional Warhammer 40,000 players. You had some slight nuance to that comment, which is fine. We can get into it.
Why are you looking at my phone? Like something's going on.
Well, because something's just popped up, Liam. That's why.
Let's just put that over there.
Let's pop the phone face down somewhere else, shall we?
Why is it always me?
After that little interlude.
Why is it always me?
I tell you why. Because 30 seconds before we went on, you were fucking doing this.
Yeah, they got
Firing all the texts out on every app.
Oh no, I was on Facebook sharing a picture
I'm joking.
of us.
He wasn't. He was taking a picture of us. That's true. I'm just taking the mic.
Yeah,
Is it time to don the sunglasses?
I think it might be time to don the sunglasses.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Welcome, Johnny.
Over halfway, I'll get down the shops. Go on, Telly.
It's time to don the sunglasses as we enter the Meta Monday controversy zone.
Can I just say as well, if I'm playing with my eye, I was round Matt's last night and he's printed the new Scouts, got the new Scouts printed in resin. So I was helping him like trim the supports off. and I trimmed a bit, and it fired it straight into my eye, and I now can't get the resin out of my eye. So I think I've
got that toothbrush from last week. Let's get the fucker out. Is that helping?
No, that's not my eyeball. It needs to be on my eyeball.
You want me to touch your eyeball with a toothbrush? Oh, this has actually been used as a toothbrush. No,
Please.
no,
Touching my eyeball with a used toothbrush.
now you've got pink eye. You've got resin in your eye and you've got pink eye.
I've got pink eye. Right, I'm up the eye hospital. I'll see you all later.
So the main subject is we're going to talk about, can Warhammer 40,000 ever be professional?
Can we just ask, are we really loud? Because in our headphones, we're quite loud this evening, aren't we?
No, we should be fine.
We should be fine, cool.
Don't make us look unprofessional, Liam.
Oh, Stewie's here.
Okay, now.
Don't make us look up.
How's your... How's your week going, mate? Warhammer 40,000 wise. How have we been getting
Warhammer
on?
40,000 wise. So I played Mr. LeBeau on Tuesday for my last league game. Took a loss, but not a bad one, 100 to 85. So I still scored well.
Good game.
Really good game. I just find, like, for me, playing that AdMech army with a lot of MSU, playing Purge the Foe, where it's like kill one, kill more.
Yeah.
I give up so many
You've got
units.
a lot of easy to kill.
I've just got a lot of easy to kill chaff.
Not in fucking breaches.
And then they were still...
All right, he's red, actually.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Really red in that corner.
I've been playing with it all day.
Were your eye?
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah, one of the breacher units was living at the end, obviously.
Okay.
Because
they never die.
Because they're breachers and they're just a pain in the arse. But no, really good game, really nice game. And then apart from that, did some hobby and hang with a couple of the boys last night, which was nice.
Lovely.
Matt made not a goat curry.
Made a goat curry.
He's not Jamaican. Matt's not Jamaican.
He'd like to be.
Despite his nickname, he's not Jamaican. And yeah, made a lamb curry, and we went on there, did a bit of hobby and hang, bit of painting, built some new models that I've purchased because I've decided to go into another army, which is, the story of my life.
He sees a bent list on stream, and seconds later he's buying it online.
Seconds later, I bought
literally,
2,000
we
points
spent
of it.
2 days streaming and watching a tournament, saw some bonkers lists. Liam that evening, I bought a World Eaters army. I don't fucking bet you have. Because you've just seen, you soft twat, how annoying they are to play against. That's what's happened. Cosby here. Cosby's ordered some fresh juice.
Cosby's ordered Dharma's ordered a new barrel. Cosby's crafting up a fresh cocktail as soon as he gets home. God,
can't wait to play that on stream.
Oh God, maybe we should have some games first.
You asked me how my week's gone or what?
Not really. Should we get into it? How's your week gone, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. I played fucking Thomas the Tank Engine on Monday.
Thomas the Tank Engine? You mean
with his fucking vape, Dom? Jesus Christ,
mate! It's like,
honestly,
I saw it from the other side of the room.
First time I've ever vaped.
Did you vape as well?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're near the guy, yeah. Honestly, but I said to it,
how sweet was it?
Ask Dom if he comes in the chat. He'll genuinely back me up on this. I think it was about 25 minutes where I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to say something at this point because I'm literally having to waft it to see what the fuck is going on. I'm not even joking. Did you not hear me? I said, Dom, listen, that's enough. Please.
That's enough.
I said, Puff the Magic Dragon, calm down. Stop vaping. He kept like, well, sorry, mate, sorry. So he'd walk off, bloody smoke circle billowing out around me. And then he'd come back in to have a look at something I was doing back with my measure and drop another load. Jesus
Drop
Christ.
another load?
Yeah. It's fucking, honestly, Liam.
Oh my fuck.
There's so much. And my throat, I was like, Jesus Christ. After about 3 turns, I thought, well, I'm high on nicotine. And my throat hurts.
And I smell like candy floss.
Yeah, I asked him if he'll back me up. I literally said to him, "You're gonna have to stop that." And I thought, well, that's an interesting type of player, isn't it? Let's talk. Can I present before we get into the controversial subject? Can I just present something to you?
Of course you may.
And this is to the chat as well, chat. What do we think of this? Enforcing points limits. As per title, how do you enforce points limits within your gaming groups? I play with a large group of friends. It's a good start.
It's better than playing with yourself, but come on.
Yeah. Although some of us are tournament players, we mostly play semi-competitive within our group. Sounds fun. We do, however, try to play tournament missions and use the ITC rules because they are a lot of fun.
So far, what he's basically saying is, we play the game.
Yeah, good lad. Sounds great. Sounds great. One of our players, this is where it gets interesting, one of our players regularly plays lists that are a few points over the limit.
Well, no.
For example,
listen,
it's great. It's great.
I'm done.
No, it's great. You've got to stay with it. For example, if we agree on 2,000 points, he'll field an army that's 2,003. I love this. His reasoning is it would just be as unfair if he had to field an army that's slightly under the points limit instead of fielding an army that's slightly over. I love this guy's logic. That's great. We tried to explain to him that if he wants to play semi-competitive setting, he'll have to play the limitation of what we agree on. Until now, we haven't had any success on convincing him. What do you do here? What do we do with this?
Just ban him from playing.
Isn't that great? I think that's such great psychology. I'm like, well, if I went 1,997 points, I'm gimping myself out 3, so I'm going 2,003.
But
I think that's great. What a bold man.
What an arsehole. So what, I'll just roll up and go, oh, sorry, lads, I'm really wanted to squeeze that extra unit of breaches in, so my list is 2,290 points this week, but...
It's only a couple of points.
Sorry, it's a bit over.
It's only a couple of points.
I just wanted to try it out, lads.
Last week, my list was down by 10 points. This week, I'm popping it up by 10 just to even it out.
Yeah, so should we just call it even then? Like, that's what I don't get. Like... But the whole thing is you use an app.
That's cool.
But the best bit is the app is probably telling him that he can't play the list because it's too many points.
Just to be clear, I am also with Liam. Like, this guy is clearly a clat. Luke, I agree. Like,
what's Luke?
I agree with Liam. What a clat. The Chancellor.
They should say turn up with 2006. Can't stick to a budget. Mate, honestly, like...
The Chancellor's great.
Oh, mate, that could be another archetype, the Chancellor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we need a name for him. That's great.
Oh, the old Richie Sunak.
You up for a game of 2,000 points? Yeah, there or thereabout.
Yeah.
Give or take.
I mean, it's a loose limit, isn't it, really?
What's really interesting about this case is it's such a tiny amount to be over.
Yeah, if you're going to do it properly.
Yeah, but if you did it properly, if you were like, yeah, I'll give you a game. Oh, great, what have you got? Oh, my list 2,100 points. You'd be like, oh, well, that's... I mean, I'm not going to play you. I don't know. That's unfair. But if they're like, it's 2003, mate, come on. Come on.
So
I think people are playing.
I wouldn't.
No, but you're an aggressive alpha male.
I'm not
with a
male.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm playing.
No, I am. No. Fuck you. That's why I'm playing World Eaters.
All right, calm down.
So aggressive, alpha male me.
Listen, you wouldn't take any shit with that, right? So in this scenario, when the Chancellor, people that are just joining us, welcome, hello boys in the chat. We're talking about an incident here at a club where someone has turned up and they're playing 2,003 points. They say, look, it's just a little bit over, come on. And we're discussing how we'd react. Liam wouldn't take any shit, but I think most people, because it's such a tiny amount for the Chancellor to be over by, I think people just let it slide.
I think you'd be surprised at how many people would be like, nah, mate, like take a model out.
I wonder what people suggested. Had one of these guys in my gaming group too. We told him keep it under the point limit restriction or we'd not play him. Kind of harsh, but that's the only way.
It's not harsh. I love the way that people are so trying to be like so politically correct about it. People are so scared
to upset people in Warhammer, aren't they?
Fucking hell.
Oh, it's a bit harsh.
It's a bit harsh that I've told him to play by the rules. Okay, well, mate, he's got 5 inches of movement, but you just move him 10. I'm just being myself. And go, oh, it's a bit harsh that I've told him he can't do that. No, it's the effing rules.
Great. What would the chat do? Evening, Jay Sharp. Andy's here, 2,000-ish.
Still undefeated.
Still in defeat at home, all Leeds that way.
Leeds on.
Andy, I'm at the Ipswich game, mate, if you want to hang out.
I'm playing him if he asked up front.
You'd play him if he asked up front, Tim? What if he said, I'm going to come in at a 2003-ish?
I just think that, like, the thing that... I think this probably speaks to, like, a louder thing is, I think GW make the points so that there's certain interactions that can't happen. And being a few points over can actually make a big difference because you've managed to put that extra character in a unit in a list where he shouldn't be in there, if you know what I mean, without taking something else out that actually really makes the list work.
Yeah.
So I can make an admech list that's 2,010 points, that's got a hero in it, that's got a character in it, and that allows me to run 4 units of infantry. But it doesn't work like that because I have to take something out to get him in.
I definitely get how it's... promise I've not done this on purpose.
But
I found this
on a really quick separate note, and I think Luke would probably be able to tell me here. I think that when they started doing, when people still play Old World with the old rule set, I think certain armies get a handicap or get extra points. So I think if you're playing, like, off the top of my head, I think it's Tomb Kings or Beastmen or one of them that's really bad, you can fill 2,500 points because they're so bad.
Where's that?
That's just in like in like Old World.
Fine.
I think the old. So if you're playing like, because they re-released it, didn't they? Like someone basically made the rules up.
Yeah.
And they've kept the points values the same, but to balance the armies, they've said that like Tomb Kings get an extra 500 points, and so get less points, like 100 less points, sort of thing. And it actually evens it out and makes for a better game.
Yeah, fair.
But that's not 40k.
Evening, lots of people coming in the chat. Evening Wargaming Dad. Adam says limits to 2k, play Onslaught, you turn it with 3k. Tim, yeah, if it's not a competitive game, fair. Rob, glad you made it, Rob. I hope you're all right, matey. Sending you positive thoughts, mate. You doing all right, lad? Telly says, does he need a handicap? Doesn't he weigh much? Does he need a handicap? Doesn't the weigh much?
I don't know if he's talking about jockeys or me and my size.
Robert, Telly, explain. So according to this is the initial point for us to move on to the Warhammer 40,000 every professional. There's a nice. Does people like have produced a bridge there?
Yeah, I think the fact that we're actually almost becoming professionals at this is amazing.
I really think people are going to be watching this going, oh my God, that's seamless transition. This guy, Jervis Johnson.
Look at him, though.
This guy, Telly will back me up on this. I used to think about this guy when I was younger. Did you not? He was one of the design. He was one of the guys.
I
he
didn't
designed
know
the rules.
who designed the rules.
When I was like 12, I remember being like, oh yeah, Jervis Johnson. I once saw him.
I once saw the mythical beast. That was Jervis
seriously.
Johnson.
So people are like, oh yeah, I went to a what's the big one of convert? Golden Demon.
Yeah,
you know, like the convert.
Warhammer Fest.
Yeah, well, whatever it was called, Golden Demon. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. Oh, I saw him. I know my mate who plays elves, high elves. He once had a game with him. Do you know what I mean? He was like this mythical creature that made the rules. He's right. I'm not going to read all this. No way. But it's interesting because this is one of the guys who like built the foundation of the Warhammer 40,000 rule set. He's like one of the original developers. It wasn't like Steve Jackson and the other guys that made GW. Yeah. And I've been researching. I've been learning a bit about.
You have literally been amongst it, haven't you?
I've been learning about the history of GW because I think we should do a series of videos, not a podcast, series of videos where we look at the history of Games Workshop. Yeah. So I've been learning about those. Really, it's super interesting. I'm not going to talk about it now. It's really interesting.
We should go to Warhammer World together and do like a little live walk around.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed. I did it with Telly. You should come to the doubles tournament with Telly. Everybody should. And we walked around with the thing, and I did this whole. I walked around the whole thing. Yeah. And I got to the end of the display, and it says, "We do not give you permission to use any footage recorded in this area for anything other than private purposes." I thought, fuck's sake.
Just alpha them, mate. No. Like, who's going to fucking stop me?
YouTube.
Oh yeah, true.
We can't keep breaking rules.
I can't keep breaking rules.
So Jervis
Johnson.
Yes, I should be a law master actually. He's close at 3.5. Oh, that's Rob talking about last week. Leave Jervis alone. Legend. No. Listen, he is legend because he was this mythical creature that wrote one of the rules. But this article, he absolutely hates competitive gaming. I'm just going to read a few small extracts, as it were. I have to say that this attitude is not one I like at all. Tournament-style games have their place, of course, and I have nothing against them per se. They're easy to set up and organise, don't require much pre-preparation, and have the advantage of being playable against total stranger at times of a club event. However, just because something is the easiest way of going about things doesn't make it the best way to go about things. And he basically goes on this discussion about how, look, points values aren't really needed, and instead Warhammer 40,000 is about the narrative and the engaging experience and kind of like the narrative that goes with a game. It doesn't really matter who wins or loses. The game's not designed to get a winner and a loser. The game's designed to create a battle in which two armies can live a bit of the lore or history, and you can, oh man, that's crazy, that Dark Elf game and that sort of thing. And obviously, like, people are playing Warhammer 40,000 now competitively. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I'll put it maybe in the description. But this was also coupled with another, in a really old 40k publication of a rules designer basically writing, don't try and win the game, try and enjoy the game. And the reason I want to start on this point is, I think one of the fundamental challenges of Warhammer 40,000 in a professional, competitive professional setting is the foundations of the game are not in any way set up for it to look like that. And I feel like it's being shoehorned into that rather than naturally fits in that. Because if these are the guys that designed the game and aren't thinking of it as a competitive, clean, tight, precise game, you know, guns like 72-inch range and stuff, like it's clearly not going to be precise when you shoot across the entire board. It's like, don't worry about it.
The old Imperial Guard stuff that's got 120-inch range.
Yeah,
What's the point?
Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. That's kind of the foundation of the game, and I'd be really interested. Andy plot twist: the 2,003 points is Jarvis's son.
Plot twist.
Nice, Andy. Yeah.
Shocker.
My child, you have done so well.
Yeah.
It's like,
but he played it in a very narratively precise way.
He could, he could just own that as well. Be like, I'm playing 2,003 points. My dad wrote the rules. Get fucked.
Do something.
You do about it.
Go on, make a move on me. See what happens.
Jarvis will come round.
Jarvis will come around and ban you from every GW shop in the world.
What's Vincent said? Went around the houses a bit, but that's bang on. Oh, right. Thanks, Luke, for that feedback.
All right, Geppetto's chimed up, isn't he?
Fucking Geppetto's here in his workshop. When we were
Still
doing
making
tell
terrain,
that story. Tell that story.
Oh, it's just so weird that we were sat when we were streaming was like a right angle to the stage where the game was going on, and for the whole 18 hours that we were streaming, or 14 hours, Luke was on stage doing something with terrain.
You made me laugh so much. Luke was at the back, right, just building. He was just like building stuff, and I was like, "What's Luke? He's Luke up there," and he goes, "Who the fuck's he, Uncle Geppetto?" I'm building Pinocchio.
Mate, I don't even know. Mate. And then he looked at us like he'd been caught doing something naughty.
It was just like in the corner, like really on this really dark stage, just like gluing terrain, looking at us like wood.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Fucking Uncle Geppetto. Oh, we love you, Luke. We appreciate you. Sean, I think GW are also concerned about changing the rules to be more competitive and risk alienating some fans' players. Spot on. Mm-hmm. Most of their market is casual gamers anyway.
Well,
that's it, Liam. Just fucking shove. What have you just put in your mouth here?
Milky Bar stars.
Where are they? I can't see them.
They're in my mouth. Do you want them?
Not from your mouth, no. I don't want to eat on the podcast. No, I have respect. I'll hide the fact I'm eating on the podcast. Good God, sir.
I think that the way that...
taking them away from you.
Just take my chocolate away from me. And I think this shows in the way that they publish their results. So, like, when we look at the Meta Monday, he takes into account GTs, doesn't he? So 2-day events.
Yeah, proper tournaments.
Whereas GW publish their numbers based on, well, you know, you've had a game with your mate in a garage and you've submitted it on the app, and yeah, we take that into consideration when we publish our results.
Yeah.
So they are willing to take not even semi-competitive, ridiculously casual results and publish them on their website.
What we discovered last week when we spoke to the Meta Monday guy. So for a few weeks now, the man who literally makes Meta Monday has joined the chat, and spoke to us.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll do it today. Although I didn't call it Meta Monday today, so he probably might not have popped up for him. But he revealed last podcast that Games Workshop fudge their, what do they call it? There's Meta Monday and they call it Meta Watch. They fake it by basically allowing anyone to input results, and so it just completely skews everything. Because people aren't playing competitively; they're just playing random wacky games.
Yeah,
and it completely skews the.
And your results are all over the place.
So you may as well just. What
did they have? 200,000 games in 6 weeks or something?
Insane amount, and they're like, look at Knights are only on. They're on 47%, but that's okay. So you look at events, they're getting absolutely panned.
Getting absolutely pants.
Terrain Goblin. Luke says he's called a Terrain Goblin. The fucking Terrain Goblin. Johnny says, I think that GW controls the supply chain and therefore the profits. It should also be in control of the power of the models in the game. If sales are low, they just improve the game functions. You would mention, I nearly put that as a subject for today, but I didn't. We're going to stick, do GW control model rules to increase profits? But I don't want to go there today.
Yeah.
It's a pothole. It's not a pothole. It's a
It's a well that you could go down, and you couldn't. There's not a right. I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer, because you can argue it either which way.
Yeah. It's a whole. But what we want to stick on is can Warhammer 40,000 be professionalized? Is it in a place to be professionalized? Liam, what's your take on this? Because I sort of said earlier about professional players, but you were like, nah, they're not professional players. I've got the wrong end of the stick.
I don't think there's any professional players in the Warhammer. So even if you
what would you call them then? The people that I'm talking about?
They're making a business out of the game. Because a professional player is someone that purely plays Warhammer 40,000 and makes money from playing the game. None of the people that are making money from this game are making money because they're playing it. So what did Manny Chima win for winning that event?
A lot of abuse on Reddit.
Exactly. And any money? I don't even know if there was a prize pot for it.
He won't won any money, but he's increased. Basically, okay, I see where you're coming from. But his stature and him winning events is crucial to the success of his business. So you could, because of that relationship, you could, I think, put forward. It's like if he didn't play one with 40,000 events, he wouldn't have a business.
Yeah, but he's not a professional player. He's a professional businessman in 40K.
I know he's not a professional player, but there's definitely a professionalization of competitive. There's it's now a thing to be a professional 40,000 player. I'm using the wrong terminology, but a coach or a competitive content creator in which it's about how well you do at events, and that in itself creates this image for people who are like, well, I want to get good at this. That Warhammer 40,000 is a competitive game. It's kind of like, you know.
Well, imagine, so say, I'll just use us as an example. Say one of us went to LGT, or one of the boys in the chat went to LGT and went 8-0, somehow managed to go 8-0, or 7-1, managed to get top table and lost out. Post-match interview, they're like, how did it go? Yeah, really well. Oh, I just want to give the shout out to the boys at Epic Flail down in Brighton. Great podcast, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, you've got to be of that status to be able to push whatever you're trying to sell.
But if you look at what these characters are doing on their YouTube channels, it is about like they're
look not, how good I am.
They're not making random content. They're making like, you know, strategy focus, getting better at the game. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm not knocking it in any way, shape, or form. I think it's a good thing. And there's definitely, if there's a demand,
there's a market out there for it.
If there's a demand for something, you should go for it. It's really good.
Yeah, 100%.
See what the chat's saying. Rob says, I took sisters to 1 in 1 world. It was great. We should all try and go to that doubles event. Andy, I need to be clear. I don't even play 40k. I just like to support Flail, awaiting the eventual return of the War Machine content. Andy,
did you used to play War Machine, Paul?
I keep trying to this lot. I was good at War Machine, but they don't believe me, Andy. No, you're probably just going to slag me off in the chat. 40k professionals can only exist when events have enough prize to sustain their lifetime. Luke, that is a subtle distinction, Liam, and a great point. Never thought of that.
Did I make a subtle? I have literally a word that has never been associated with me is subtle.
Liam is right. Paid by his own organisation, that is only valid if he's winning. And it can be an elite player that uses the status to build a business and brand. Tell his social media and coaching business is not a professional player.
I think this is more terminology.
I accept that.
This is terminology. So that when you said to me professional player in my head is someone that gets paid for playing the game. But
yeah, could that ever happen?
I don't think it can.
It does with Magic.
Yeah, but I think Magic's bigger than Warhammer, isn't it?
Ooh, probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Magic the Gathering's bonkers, isn't it? It's like stupid big. Wizards is like the biggest.
I think it's probably bigger.
Yeah, I think it is. Someone probably correct us in the chat.
And it's like, and I think, again, I'm going to make some fairly probably bold and unsubstantiated claims here. But do you not think that this is why a lot of these big teams, I'm not going to name all of them, but a lot of the big teams turn up in their esports tops, irrelevant of how they fitted, but they've all got their esports tops with their sponsors on, with all of this, and you're like, it's not an esport, guys. We're not going to get to the point. We're not going to get to that point.
I like this. We're getting to the crux of it. And that is that there is a tension point between. So if we just forget 140,000 for a second, let's just pretend we're not talking about 140,000. I don't often do this, do I? Like come side on. That's interesting. Do you like that?
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could see the white in your eyes, but all I can see is my reflection in your sunglasses.
Yeah, I can see just your pink eye. You fucking resin eye, you
My
Nurgle.
resin eye.
You bloody Nurgle eye. Let's say we're talking about Magic the Gathering. Let's say we're talking about League of Legends.
Oh, League of Legends, yeah.
Modern Warfare,
Dota 2.
You get this kind of
FIFA.
like, you get that professionalization of the game.
Yep.
So, but this is where I want. So we're not talking about 140,000, but if we look at the history of League of Legends, I played that for many years since it first came out. I'm fucking awful at it. I hate the game.
Yep.
I barely play it, but I've played it since when it came out, and I've seen the professionalization of that. And it started with people streaming it, and people creating content, and then people going, "Oh, that content's good. I'll follow you," and then they make money, and then they quit their job and they do that full time, and then they form a team, and then the team all get the jerseys, and then they get sponsorships on the jerseys, so they make the money from that, and then the company starts to create a prize pool, and then there's global prize pools, and there's global sponsorship, and it's like built up. And now, if something like a professional League of Legends player, you're like, fuck, that's cool, nice one. Warhammer 45, right, fine. So we know that trajectory happens, and the path to that trajectory is that what we've just been through there, right?
Yeah.
Now look at Warhammer 40,000 in the past 5 years. It's doing the same thing. Content creators start talking about strategy, start building brands and businesses focused on the emergence of strategy. Yeah. The company starts to go, oh, fuck, points values. Who needs them? Imagine if Games Workshop wrote this article now. Shit show.
Yeah.
People are going mad.
Yeah.
If this article was written now and they said, you know what, guys, point values don't matter. People go, yeah, evil capitalists are just trying to sell us models and you people would lose their shit because they'd be like, oh my God, you just try to make as much money as possible. You don't want your game to be balanced. You just want people to buy cool models and fucking blah, 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 blah. People would lose their mind. So there's this like player expectation that's gathering for Games Workshop to be like, whoa, hang on. And this is what we talk about. This is what we're passionate about. Whoa, take the game seriously. Yeah. Make the points balance. Make this a good game. We want to play this competitively.
Yeah. I want to play it at a level that for a game that's supposedly not competitive, we have competitive games. They're played in the right way, but you still have competitive games.
Oh, look at Andy, such a fucking G.
What's he put?
I can confirm Paul was a good War Machine player. Well, good's, we can go better than good.
I mean, he was average, wasn't he? Mate, I haven't told the chat that the first bit of merch that I want to put in our store is a T-shirt with Paul's head with a speech bubble that just says, I used to play War Machine.
We'll get in a store. Guys, we've got loads of stuff coming. We'll get in a shop. All sorts happening. And Telly said to professional hobbyist, Rob, where's Rob's comment? Having been at a top 4 super major, which I think most here cannot say, look at Rob there on the bus, nudging the person next to him who's looking at his phone. He goes, okay,
that's what I'm chatting to.
That UKCC won't have that kind of advertising without someone like you streaming it. There we go. It's turning it back around with a compliment. LGT worked because the game War Games Live went. Yeah, but I'm just, I think
a bit of the problem.
I get what you're saying, Rob.
I think a bit of the problem with 40k is, and I'm going to compare it to Magic, you could quite easily stream a Magic tournament worldwide, if you know what I mean. You could. It's not as much effort, and you don't have to understand as many rules as you do with 40k. I think because China, like the setup we did over the weekend, was mega, wasn't it? You think you're streaming a table of Magic? What have you actually got set up?
Yeah. Compared to what we were doing, Jesus Christ.
And I think that's where like League of Legends and Dota and stuff have taken off more because it's easier to do, isn't it?
I agree with that. That's not my point. My point. I agree with the rest of the chat. But my point is that it's very clear to me from someone who's watched the development of gaming becoming competitive that Warhammer 40,000 is on that path.
It's on that path.
And I'm not saying it's going to work. My reason for having this discussion is actually I think this is probably a very bumpy ride. But there's no way you can look at that. Andy's such a good Leeds fan. Leeds was a respected tournament winner and represented England at World's Play War Machine. Thank you, Andy, for confirming this.
Jesus Christ, Andy, get yourself out of his fucking arse.
Andy's a fucking Leeds fan. He's a good lad. He's from Leeds.
Jesus Christ, and we know that's a lie, don't we?
He knows from Leeds. That's Georgia.
It's just Georgia.
That's my wife.
I love Paul. Paul's amazing.
Good lad.
He's a good lad.
Throw me up, I think. Right. What Warhammer's on that trajectory?
Yes.
And what I want to discuss with the chat is it going to crash? Can Warhammer 40,000 follow in the footsteps of League of Legends, Magic the Gathering, and create a professional thing, or are we just pissing around, almost like imitating those other areas when we're never going to get there?
Let's have a look.
Andy, I got paid 50 quid just to wear a shirt on stream at Magic. Really?
I got paid 50 quid not to wear a shirt on
Sean
a stream.
Sean played War Machine. Well done, Sean. Good lad. Telly says there, you got paid 50 quid what?
To not wear a shirt on a stream.
I'm worried.
I would
Go on
be.
then, tell us the story then. We'll
I'm
just-
joking.
Oh, I thought you had a good story.
I was talking to one of the boys last night.
Go on then.
I was talking to one of the boys last night, Adam, and he was like, "Mate, have you ever considered just writing a book about your stories?"
That's a different YouTube channel we'll create.
And I was like, I don't know if people, but mate, he was like, people would listen because it's just absolutely bonkers some of the stuff you come out with. I'm like, but the problem is, it's all true.
It's not for this channel. I've heard some of these stories. It's not for this channel.
Not
but
for
it,
this
but,
channel.
but there's definitely a market for it. At least they have very tight esports stops. And they made thousands play Magic, but wasn't close to being a pro. Are you a little Magic history? Telly, is the tight T-Sports top necessary to stand at a table for 3 hours?
I don't. Can we just like literally do a side tangent on this?
I love the top.
Why are all the esports tops like 4 sizes too small for the people where? There's one guy, right? I don't know who it was. Not naming it. I don't know who it is, right? He was wearing one. I don't know him. I was wearing one at LGT, right? Honestly, it looked like gravy in a plastic bag. And you're like, mate, you know. And then like he'd lean over the table. It looked like gravy in a plastic bag. And he'd lean over the table and it'd be full crack. And you're like,
It's fucking disgusting.
yeah, you'd be like, mate, come on, just think it through. Like, Jesus Christ, it's not rocket science.
I don't know why they
Why
don't
are
come in
they
bigger
all so
sizes.
tight?
Sean says Age of Sigmar started with just using wounds and no points.
Oh yeah, that was awful. That was when Age of Sigmar
shit.
launched. That was awful.
I mean, I did play Age of Sigmar quite a bit. You know.
Terrible.
A lot of people got me playing Age of Sigmar on the War Machine lot.
Savage.
It turns out Age of Sigmar shit because you have to roll to see who goes first every turn.
Yeah, you might end up with
you
double
get double
turn.
turned. Honestly, you're just so dumb.
The amount I played Age of Sigmar for a while, and I used to get. And there's nothing like having a good turn, then getting double turned, getting basically tabled, and being like, "Wow, that was a kick in the
Shit.
bollocks."
And
What's the point of that?
there is so much justification. And let's not bash Age of Sigmar. Rob says, "Oh no, 40 L45 for 40k to transcend to a more professional game. It needs a tight rule set, which we currently don't have." Let's get back on track because that's basically my point to you, to everybody in the world, is I feel like 140,000 is being railroaded.
Railroaded.
Railroaded. It's been railroaded. Breakfast.
Photo.
Where's the soundboard?
I think it's this one.
Oh,
What is going on here? Breakfast.
Breakfast.
is it being railroaded on a path that it can't survive? Because there are, and I'm going to shut up because I've done lots of talking. But there are definitely people trying to push it in that direction and professionalise it, turn it into a sport and an e-sport and that sort of thing. And it looks like that might crash.
I think that there's a group of people within this sport, and there's certain channels like Vanguard Tactics being one of them.
Don't say the fuck. Well done.
Well, what?
I'm worried.
And they are trying to, you know, what's his name? Who's the main fella? The cult leader. Stepbox. Is that the cult leader?
Well, if you just want to start naming people, yeah.
And I think
The cult leader.
what? He's got a weird little cult thing going on, hasn't he? And I think you told me to start talking. I'm talking.
Carry on, Liam. You're doing great. See you, mate.
Oh, fucking hell. What have you just done? I'm fine. Paul just
Ladies and
lost
gentlemen.
himself off the table.
Liam now owns the show. Go on, Liam. What were you saying about Stephen Box?
No, I think it's got to that point where there's groups like that within this hobby that are making money off of it. I don't know how much money he's making, but are trying to push it to that next level for it to become their full-time job.
Oh, it already is for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, and they
It
will.
is. Look at John Lennon.
Well, yeah.
Imagine madness. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
mate.
writing the lyrics for
And just trying to push their rail, like you said, railroading this hobby into a place where it suits them.
Yeah.
Because it suits their narrative and it suits him to go, well, I went 5-0 at a GT. Come and pay me 50 quid a month and I'll teach you how to do it.
I got in the finals, but then I forgot the rules.
Yeah, and then that's the best bit about it is that's where this is just a massive kick in the nuts to the sport of what happened, because you go, right, we're trying to be a professional sport. You can pay that man, John Lennon, and Paul McCartney and the rest of that fucking motley crew.
Stop slagging off.
You can pay them $500 a month for them to teach you how to play 40k.
Is that all? $500?
Only $500 a month for a 20-minute phone call. And what do you get from it? Someone that fucking...
If you... Listen, let's speak straight to the world. If you were paying... How much?
$500
If you were paying $500 a month, please reach out. We can... Like, there is support you can get.
Like, I'll do it
so
for 20 quid a month, and I'll sort you out something else as well on the side.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Liam, you're really taking this.
What, like a beer or something? You can have a beer.
Okay, a beer.
Like 20
Johnny,
quid a month, beer, and we play a game of 40k together.
Just to distract from the fact Liam's named half of the bloody YouTube channels and slagged them off.
I haven't slagged them off.
I'm joking, I'm just
no,
winding
but what
you
I'm
up.
saying
I don't
is,
give a shit.
No, but what I'm saying is, those are the channels that are going to push this forward, but I think they're pushing us forward to the edge of a cliff, and I think it's going to fall off. Because everyone's suddenly going to realise, well, I don't need to do that. I don't need to pay someone to teach me how to play this game, do you?
The bit that I always find confusing about the paying money to get better at the game is there's definitely a lot of strategy stuff which is really good. It's the stuff we're interested in. We're going to create content on, and we've created content on. We love the strategy and the competitive side of it. But a huge, huge part of doing well at a tournament, as we saw at the weekend, as you see on the Meta Mondays, is taking the best lists. That's your quickest way to getting better at this game is not to give someone money to get you better. It's to buy. It's to get decent and make sure you're playing the meta list.
It's to look
if you want to win.
It's to look at what's strong in the meta at the moment. So go out and buy John Lennon's list or Manny Chima's list or Vic VJ's list. Go and buy it. Watch umpteen battle reports of them playing that list, and then do what they do.
Play it yourself,
and you will go down clubs and you will noob stomp 80% of the people. But then what will happen is you'll go to a tournament, you might win a couple of games, but then you'll come up against other people that play their own list that you haven't been able to coached against. So, do
you know what's funny? You'll play one of the people you're giving all the fucking money to, and they'll beat you.
Well, that's the funniest thing that ever happens.
They know how
you're
playing. You'd be like, yeah, I'll give you some money to get you better at a game. Oh, never didn't thought I'd be playing you here.
Bash, yeah.
Smash.
See you later.
Johnny says the fact that GW can flip a switch and make an army really strong at playing into a bottom tier army, nothing you can do. Imagine the nets in football change between sessions.
Mate, most wargamers are men of size. Spandex is unnecessary. It very much is, Telly.
GW could easily kill 40k like fantasy, then roll out a new game that's streamlined for competitive play. Martin, sorry, John, late. We'll forgive you. Only when the rules are tight and controlled by a third-party authority can it become a professional game. Those are the usual parameters in a sport, Telly. Then resurrect old 40k for narrative and use the old minis instead of old moles. Here she is.
Who are these jokers?
Here she is.
Old fucking Black Shins Burns
She's in the chat. Can people in the chat also let us... The super chat thing is... Apparently that's a thing, but I don't know what it is or how to control it or anything. So if there's anything different, Telly, can you text me and let me know if there's anything different, or if
there's a different button,
or if I've fucked it up, or if anything's wrong. Don't do it. Just let me know if it is a thing.
But yeah, I think
we've really fired some shots out in the past 10 minutes. I'm glad I'm wearing these sunglasses.
Do you think Games Workshop want it to be a professional sport?
No.
Do you think they support it enough? And I think that's half. So like probably the people, Wizards want Magic because they've released. You can do the mobile game. You can do this. You can do that with it.
Yeah. Wizards love it. Wizards love competitive Magic. It drives a lot of...
And Wizards probably put the best events on.
But now they love Commander. Now they're all about the Commander. Because they've realised, like, Commander...
What's the Commander one? I haven't played Wizard in...
I can't remember. It's just it's 4 people playing.
Oh, okay. I used to play it like competitively, doubles and singles and
Johnny, super chats on those to give money. I don't want anyone to give us money. I just want to make sure I've not fucked anything up.
Yeah, no, we don't want you to give us. Please don't give us money. I've just
it wouldn't give it to us anyway. It goes to fucking YouTube,
mate. I literally just absolutely slated everyone that takes money for thinking them. Can you just drop us a couple of super chats?
Johnny,
none left after Vanguard tacked after Johnny paid him to teach him how to move Space Marines around the board. Oh, God.
Shit, I didn't mean for us to fire so many shots at people.
You didn't, I did.
Well, yeah, but...
I bet I go to the next tournament, Stepbox comes and be like, mate, I thought we were friends. Be like, never talked to you before in my life, mate.
Stop naming people.
Why? I've already named him once.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Are you going to fall off your chair again?
Telenovelli Wumpan.
I agree. It's not pink eye. Well, it might be pink eye now that Paul's put his dirty toothbrush in it.
That is donated 199 ice cream. Pink eye. It's okay, lads.
Matt, do you realise that you owe me something because I've got resin in my eye from fucking trying to help you with your scalps last night. I've got something in my eye and it's really painful.
He's got a pink eye.
I've got a pink eye, man.
Telly, that's hilarious.
I played an event in... Works okay, lads. Telly's $1.99 shorter now. We got buying some chocolate when he goes. Telly's homeless as well.
Shit. Telly's walking the street shopping.
Telly's still shopping. He's been shopping.
Telly
for
tuning
5
into the
days.
stream is just wandering around 10 bags deep.
10 bags.
Liam dates a German girl a single time and this happens.
Did I date a German girl?
Listen, Johnny, let me just tell you this confident. Liam's lovers tune in, so just be careful.
Yeah, to be fair, they do pop up
Every now and I'm not even joking. We had one at stream at weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, man.
Megan.
Oh yeah, Megan. I don't think that was one of mine.
No,
that was Mega Ant TV.
Fucking hell, this last joined the stream at the weekend.
I don't think
Megan,
that was one of mine.
Megan TTV, and I said, "Hey, up, who's this character?"
That wasn't one of mine.
And what did you say? He went, "Nah, you're reading that wrong, mate. It's Mega Ant TV." And I'm like, "You're fucking dyslexic. That's not what it's."
No, I think that might be.
I'm like, that's not what it says. Then we had a lad join the Mohammed Summit.
Mohammed something, and then we had Mabat or something.
Nobbit Rebuts.
Nobbit Rabat.
This lad called Mohammed came in and he was just like, "What is this? What is going on? I
Why
don't
have you
understand
got
what
tape
this is."
measures?
It's just some random guy joined the stream. Then he was like, "Why has everybody got a tape measure?" We're like, "What the fuck is going
How
on?"
have you found this?
Yeah. We were like, "Mohammed, you're on a deep YouTube journey here, mate.
What have you searched for to find us?
Have you ended up watching us two with fucking Geppetto it back, building us
and Shapiro like moving his fucking Inceptors around. Oh God!
Are the chat with us? I feel like we've got to a bit of a negative conclusion. Are we accepting then, as a group, as a community, that Warhammer 40,000 is on a path? It's on like a pretend path to professionalism that some people are taking it down. Do you know what I mean?
Tiny trap. Professional 40k only exists when both players are smashing their models after one is destroyed. We call it Smash Hammer, and we're sponsored by DeWalt Impact Drills. That's dead. Bang. That's dead. Bang. It's like whack-a-mole. Just booting knights out the window.
That's brutal. That'd be a brutal event.
Oh, like pink slipping 40k, mate. Imagine pink slipping 40k. If I win, I get your army.
That'd be tasty.
Underground 40k.
Won't get me there. Martin says, Liam, they're not a girlfriend if you paid them on OnlyFans.
I actually don't have OnlyFans, to be fair. I have Feet Finder. Is that a thing?
It's fucking disgusting.
Are we accepting then that 40k is just on this weird path to professionalism, but it's just not going to get there?
I think my dating life seems more interesting than the 40k discussion. No, I think you're right. I think that 40k as a game system is not set up to be played professionally. I don't think the rules are tight enough. I don't think there's enough engagement from GW. I don't think the players at the top actually want it to become professional. Because say it starts being a professional sport, yeah? Those players at the top...
Just laughing at the chat, sorry, I'm carrying on.
They lose. I'm purposely avoiding it with my pink eye.
I could still just see Telly's comment about the pink eye. It's really tickling me.
They lose money. Because if it becomes a more professional sport and there's more people playing it, then less people are going to be getting the coaching, aren't they? Because more people are just going to go, I'll just watch a bat report.
Yeah.
I'll watch a battle report and someone will talk me through how to play this list that I want to play. What else have we got in the chat? Because I'm trying to avoid the chat and be serious for once.
You're literally one of the least serious people I've ever seen. Okay. Matt says, I'll give you safety glasses next time you scoot. Martin, oh no, we read that bit. Matt, it's never going to be professional. Who's going to pay to watch a board game? Loads of people, Matt. People love staring at board. I don't think people are against the watching. I think it's interesting.
I think the problem...
I enjoy the strategy and the analysis. But I enjoy watching it.
Does 40k struggle with...
Holy shit, Jason Enos is in the chat.
Does 40k
No,
struggle?
fucking Jason's a legend.
All right, Jay, you ledge.
Just fucking... I've got a song about Jason. I'm not going to say it. Jason, you're absolute top J. I hope you keep him well, mate.
Do you think that 40k struggles and suffers with exactly what we've experienced with the live streams? That if you tune into a game of Magic, how long does a game of Magic last?
So I keep looking at live.
I know, that's why I'm looking this way purposely.
We're going to come back to the chat because I can't take it seriously.
How long does a game of Magic last?
Oh, I don't know. Well, it depends what format of Magic you're playing. What, like a competitive game of Magic?
Yeah.
Andy will help me out with this because it seems like Andy's done tons of Magic the Gathering. I don't know, 40 minutes to play 3 rounds.
Yeah, done. How long does a game of League of Legends last? An hour and a half?
An hour, yeah.
Done. How long does a live stream of a top table take?
Fucking 3 hours.
3.5 hours. And I think that might be, because attention spans are so short at the moment as well, that people want instant something happening. It's got to be quick. There's got to be something happening. You know, magic happens.
So you're saying
quickly.
I guess there's different. I guess you're saying that Warhammer 40,000 doesn't have it will never go professional because there's not the like interest there. Like it's quite boring.
It's
like,
not. It's not.
You don't
enough.
think it's not like Magic the Gathering where you just sit down, bang, bosh out a few. But the thing about Magic is you just turn it with a deck of cards. The reason I stopped playing War Machine. Sorry to mention it again. And hello, Jason Enos. How you doing, kid? I hope that's Enos. That I'm thinking it's Enos. Otherwise, it's a bit weird. There's two Jason Enoses. Jason's like one of the most famous War Machine judges of all time.
Oh, is he?
Absolute G. He's literally like the judge of judges. But Magic, when I lived in London, it would be a pain playing War Machine. I have to put my bag, I get on the tube and fucking drag it around everywhere. Whereas a deck of cards, just put me in your back, just put me in your coat, straight there, easy. But I guess the point I'm making is the community. There's some of the communities trying to railroad Warhammer 40,000 towards down a competitive avenue, and like. GW are sort of going along with it, but we also know, as we discovered last week, breaking news, they fudge their stats, they're fake stats, it's fake information. Games Workshop's data where they're like, oh, fucking 50% win rate. It's literally completely fake based on Do Not Sing My Song. I got that video. I'll tell a story about that later on, Jason. It's kind of been forced in this direction, but no one's saying, whoa, guys, hang on, listen, it's a great game. We absolutely love this game. It's fun to play competitive, but let's just fucking have a bit of a reality check.
It almost feels like there needs to be two sets of rules, and not to make the game even more complicated than it already is, but it almost feels like there needs to be, and I think this is what they try to do with Age of Sigmar on 40k. There needs to be one that feels casual, and you can just roll up with your mates, and so-and-so's only bought 10 models, but that'll work in the nature of what we're going to do with the game, and we can do a little narrative thing where his blokes get a couple of extra wounds, and we play it in a certain way. And then there needs to almost be another set of rules that is really tight.
That's a pound. Cheers, Tommy. You're a fucking good lad.
That needs to be really tight, really concise, and can be played competitively without all this, rules as read against rules as written, what's intent, what's this, what's that. Like, there needs to be that, like, clear. But I don't think GW will ever do that because they've never been able to do it because of how they release models, miniatures, and codexes.
Yeah, and the foundations of the game, as we've been talking about, are based on this. God, I nearly dragged the chat over then. So are based on this. This like points value, who needs them, it's not a competitive game, blah, blah, blah. That's like that's the foundation of it. I'm going to try and catch up with the chat. I hope Sean says, I hope they never make a professional game. Video games all went for esports and they became boring. Eventually will be like real sports when no one plays other than pros.
Yeah.
Sean, they have to be fully painted models as well. Johnny, only tactics. Jesus Christ. Sadly, literally every single Space Marine chapter is just an OnlyFans account that was found. I'm doing that thing where I'm reading without reading.
It's part of an STT that the Adeptus Mechanicus just went with. This is the best bit.
That's that sort of humour there.
Do you not think that this is the best bit about 40k? It's just like this weird niche humour that we have that we all laugh at, and everyone's like,
"Well, we do.
Are you even talking about?"
We do. There's definitely some channels where it's a little bit sensitive. Do you know what I mean? Jason, people have always tried to play 40k as a competitive tournament game. I was GW's official international best general in second edition.
Jesus, all right, Jay.
What a veteran!
Roll back those years.
Just because people do this doesn't mean it's suited to play that way. Fair point. Tom, oi, just got in after a rubbish double date. Man was a wet lady.
Oh, God. Mate, Tom, get me out next time, mate. Me and you. Imagine me and Tom on a double date together.
Stop not inviting me to things.
All right, then come and bring G as well.
Why does G have to come?
Well, because it's a double date. What are you doing? Just turning up as a fifth wheel?
I thought me and you could go.
What, as a date?
We'd have to shag.
Okay. Oh, what's the point of doing it then?
For the nice food.
For the nice food and the company.
I enjoyed playing far more than watching. Matt, snooker is the coolest thing to be a professional board game.
Closest.
Snooker is the closest thing to professional board game.
Who would be the Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Great documentary, I should watch it.
Of Warhammer. Who would be like the bad boy of Warhammer?
don't know. I don't know the crowd enough.
Let's put that out to the chat. Who would be the bad boy of 40k? Who'd be the guy that's like, oh, I only play it because, you know, yeah, it's a bit boring. I don't really like it, but I just turn up and smash everyone anyway.
Andy, 50-minute rounds.
Oh,
Rob, I miss Guild Ball. Don't miss Guild Ball. I used to help with that game. Don't
miss Guild Ball.
Luke says 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think this is when we were talking about.
Oh, right, yeah. So we're
timings
fucking
of,
way off. We're way off.
Stuff.
Wait till Warhammer's Netflix numbers will come. Jason, do not
Yeah, that's
sing
the
my
thing.
song. Okay, I won't. I promise I won't sing your song.
GW's investing in law and media and stuff. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? GW's not just a gaming system, is it? It's now gone multi. You've got TV channels. You've got all sorts.
It's
of
gone
you've got
bonkers.
the books. You've got everything.
Mate, when that
goes along with
Henry
it.
Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
All right, well, I say it posh. Henry Cavill.
Oh,
I say it like a vampire. Henry Cavill.
Suck your blood.
Why do I pronounce his name like a fucking?
Get him on the chat though. Surely you've got a man that can get us Cavill. Get us Cavill.
What do you mean? I've got a man that can get him Cavill? Who do you think I am?
You've got a man. You're a man with many talents. Get us Cavill. Get him here, sat in between us. Imagine him sat between us.
I've got a mate who met him on a plane.
Exactly. Why is that?
I've just realised what I've done. Tom's going to be going, here he goes, in between us with all his stories that are true. Here he comes. Here comes Jay from the in between us.
Friends.
No, but listen, this is true, right?
read
I've
the
got a
chat while
mate.
you're
No,
talking
listen.
about
I've got a mate who is a flight attendant. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For Virgin, and he was on obviously first class, walking through first class, saw Henry Cavill.
Stop saying that. We can't get him on the channel if you can't say his name properly. welcome to my room, Henry Cavill.
He saw Henry Cavill. And he went to him, I'm from Jersey as well. And anyway, we've probably got mates at the same, and Henry Cavill just went, you know, like The Witcher. Seriously, just went, that was it. So I don't think he's that friendly.
I reckon if you got him on foot, I reckon if you saw him and was like, mate, how's your custodies list going at the moment? I reckon he'd be a bit more friendly.
Yeah, that's the irony. If my flight attendant had been like, fucking hell, how good are custodians? He'd have been like,
let's go. Yeah,
my like club. Tom says, here he goes, Jack and Ari.
40k needs a real hard drinking tournament player. There you go, Tom.
Tom, surely that's Tom.
Have you not met Tom?
Every time Tom goes to a tournament, it's like a fucking stag do for him.
Mate, by game 3, he can barely stand most of the time. I've just seen him swaying at tables. Just like, are these my orcs or are these someone else's orcs? He's not even on the right table. He's off down there somewhere. No, he can't chew his tape measure. That idiot's hid it from him. Oh, God. You two are going on food dates.
Manny Chima is the current bad boy.
Well, he isn't,
We're really
though.
name dropping everyone, aren't
But
we?
he isn't, though, is he? This is the problem. He actually isn't. It was all just bullshit. Like,
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
Sean, I love Guild Ball. Yeah, it was all right.
Henry Cavill is the Ronnie O'Sullivan of GW.
GW there. I think we've sort of reached an agreement, possibly with the chat and with the community at whole.
Here he goes, Jack and Ori.
Yeah, I have seen him.
Who the hell's Wade McGruff as well? Wade McGruff ride his motorbike into the gaming hall and wears double denim. I think
Who's Wade McGruff?
I think it's a fake name, Wade McGruff.
Wade McGruff.
Oh, God.
That's not actually a tournament player.
I hope it's not.
It's a cheeky little name. I think this could be an ongoing discussion point for us as we monitor and observe this sort of changing tension as GW moves towards a more competitive. There's definitely that tension point occurring, isn't there? And what we're seeing now, what I'm really, really, really interested in is Meta Watch versus Meta Mondays, i.e. fake stats
against
with some real stats.
Yeah.
Well, they're not fake. Fake's unfair. Inaccurate stats. They're not fake. They're just not. They just shouldn't be used to decide balance.
This is like when you do a project at school, isn't it? And you're like, you have to do like a survey, and instead of asking people that are actually, you know, the professionals in the industry, you go and ask your mum and her mates. Like, and you just go, yeah, that information will be all right when they've done the survey. Yeah, but they've done a survey on, like, you know, the chemical imbalance of Coca-Cola, and you've gone and asked your mum and her mates on it. Like Jesus Christ! Like, what the hell?
Get the fucking comments coming in.
Oh God, what have we got now?
Chima should start ripping lines and having chilies at the table. Lean into being a heel.
Lean turn into being a heel, sweet wrestling comment as well that only us lot would get. That's the best bit about it.
Tom, Dixie Normus apparently.
The biggest. You've read that out without reading it, you numpty. Dixie.
Every time. Mike East.
Hi, Paul.
Yes, Mike East.
Mike East has wandered into a room and just been like, "What the?" Do you know when you like?
Had style, you had elegance.
You know
Mike,
when
I
you,
love Mike.
You know when you walk past a room at like a certain type of party and you open the door and you're like, "Oh shit, no, I'm not going in there." That's Mike. Mike's just come into the chat and been like, "Nah, leave that one alone," and just closed the door and walked off again. He's like, "Nah, there's too much going on in there."
Yeah. Just you've come in at a very intense time, Mike. I hope you're keeping well, my friend.
I can see a lot of movement and none of it looks good.
At least you didn't see me fall off the fucking chair, which happened 10 minutes ago. Matt disguises it. Matt, can you listen? Can you just get a fucking YouTube account and log into it? Because every time I think, oh, the hell, it's Matt's partner. What's she doing in the chat? Drew Peacock hates it. Oh.
Why have you just read?
I haven't got time to. Listen. This is a fast-firing show, Liam. This is, two intellectuals, debating some of the most complex topics.
Massive Anus is an upcoming play. Will ever have a human pyramid?
We used to do. Fucking hell, this chair's breaking. We used to do human pyramids in one machine.
What? Why?
I don't know. It didn't make any sense.
Mate, the best thing ever would be a human pyramid with me on the top. Imagine the support work that would need to go into that.
Fucking hell.
Imagine putting Manny Chima on the top.
Can we stop
mentioning?
Can we stop mentioning people? Listen, can everybody sit down again, and we have to fucking tell everyone off.
We've had two super chats, and suddenly we're a professional channel.
Listen, I'm going to give everybody a warning. I had to do this a few shows ago, and I'm telling you as well. Stop mentioning people's fucking names. Stop it. You stop mentioning these names. We're going to end up in a legal battle. Who's huge ass? Oh, fuck's sake. I'm off. I can't do this anymore.
I love the fact that was me just being really serious and then went, "Who's huge ass?" Oh my god, it's deteriorated.
Fuck's sake.
Why will 40k never be professional? Because this is the quality of the podcasts that are going out. Oh my fuck. Yes, Johnny.
Genuinely didn't even mean to.
I love the way Mike, in all of this rubbish, has actually made like a positive comment and been like,
fucking hell.
far too many units and characters for it to be balanced.
I didn't
That's
mean to
so
read.
true.
I literally thought huge ass wasn't funny.
Dad. Wargaming dad. God, Geppetto.
Fucking what's Geppetto piping up with now? Fuck off. Fuck off back to your workshop, Geppetto.
Got him. He's still a got him.
Listen, everybody sit down. Stop typing stupid names in the chat.
Toby Larone goes on top of the pyramid.
Toby Larone.
That's in Toblerone. Oh my fuck, my insides hurt. Oh my god. Oh fuck my life. Mate, stop, because it's making my pink eye hurt more.
Look at his fucking eye. He's got a mutant eye.
Oh mate, it's gone all weird.
Oh fucking hell! Right, let's brush it better again.
Mate,
I do use this toothbrush. I don't know why we keep doing that.
New 40k.
No, hang on. Let me just say something, because a few episodes ago, when we mentioned John Bloody Lennon, all these. Do you ever seen all the comments I've had?
Oh mate, what did someone write on the comments
Don't
the other
say
day?
it's a racist word. It's a racist.
Oh, is it racist, that one?
It's yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't realise. I was going to just text you calling you it the other day. Just voice note you.
I didn't realise it was a racist word. I was like, I just like chatting back to him, and then I put it in a group, being like, oh, look at this guy. Yeah, Rob explained to me it's completely racist.
Oh, oops.
Basically, we talked about John. We talked about John Lennon, the famous Warhammer player, a few episodes ago, and everybody we were getting loads of shit.
We got more names being dropped. I'm not going to read that comment. The huge ass just put you over Varak.
Varak.
Do you not know who Varak is?
No, who's Varak? That
He's
huge ass moment put you over Varak.
He's the one that collects Imperial fists, and he does videos.
I thought it was that big woman that's on Instagram all the time. I'm Optimus Prime.
No, that's
that's
Gorlock the Destroyer.
Right? Not him.
It's not a woman, that's a geezer, but we're not going to go there.
We ain't got time to talk. Listen, we're fucking struggling to answer. Can 40k be professional? Never mind.
Can 40k be
Tom's money bags.
Huge ass is the winner. Oh my fuck! Stay
Yes,
away
Tom.
from the guy with the funny eye. That's pretty much the story of my life, mate. To be fair, Mike.
Fucking hell. Yes, Tom. No, Tom.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
Well, we basically, I think what we've done there is we started off with a very serious subject. It quickly deteriorated into absolute chaos and me falling off my chair
twice.
Fucking breaking this chair, which I don't know if anybody can hear, is severely damaged. Crunching my beers.
Absolutely smashing beers over there as well.
But on a serious note, you know, next time we do this, Liam, try not to name every single competitive player that plays
three.
what. Let me finish my point, please, because last time I read out, we got distracted by huge ass, okay, from bloody Johnny coming in firing shots. These people are fault. It's like a cult.
Yeah, no, it is. I said that, and you told me to shut up.
Yeah, that's because you mentioned. Oh God, we're just going back into it, aren't we? There's going to be even angrier as this guy.
He's not.
They're not watching yet, so I think we're under the radar.
I'll
But
go and
all
tell
I'm
him. At the
saying
next,
is,
I'll see him at the next
Don't, Liam,
tournament.
don't. You go. What's that story about you going up to? No, don't tell
Which
that, actually.
one?
Johnny
what?
says,
Okay.
Episode directly about professionalism. This is the content.
No, what you're talking about is when at LGT round one, one of the guys at Brighton's, we call him Sweet Steve now.
Oh, yeah? Sweet Steve.
Sweet Steve. He got paired against one of the very top players. I'm not going to name the name because you told me not to.
Please stop naming the names.
And he was playing Imperial Guard, this fella. And I walked up to Steve. I was like, "Oh, you all right, Steve? How's it going?" He went, "Yeah." I went, "Oh, what you playing?" He went, "Oh, I'm playing Imperial Guard." And I just looked over at the fella. And I was like, "Playing Imperial Guard over there, mate?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Look, this looks shit, mate."
Fucking
And he was like,
little
"What?"
troll.
And he was like, "Yeah, I don't think you got the right units there, mate. This is literally one of the best players in the world who went to the thing in America." And he was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Looks like a pretty shit list, if I'm honest with you, mate. Yeah, I wouldn't be running that." And then just walked off again.
You little troll.
Just like, fuck it, why not?
You know. You're an absolute rocket of controversy.
Competitive.
Senbazukuya. Sorry if I said that name wrong. Senbazukuya. Thanks for joining us, mate. Competitive 40k would need quick games,
That's what I'm saying.
1 to 1.5 hours max, and commentators would need to be on point to engage audience. Look at that. See, I like this comment. It's taking us right back on the key subject. None of that silly name nonsense. Commentators would need to be on point to engage audience. Yeah, it would. I mean, to be honest, lads, this is the thing we keep talking about with the stream, isn't it?
Yeah,
We love doing the streams.
It's finding that balance, isn't it?
And the first hour and a half we do the stream, we've got loads of chat, it's good fun, we really enjoy it, it's great. But it just becomes, and I've obviously spoke to some of you guys that tune in each week, and 3 hours is a long time to maintain anyone's attention. Do you know what I mean? Even us playing the game.
Well, so my point would be is I can stand and play a game of 40k for 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and engage with my opponent socially.
Just about. You're fucking hard work sometimes.
Exactly. But to do that,
Cosby.
and to then engage with the fact that you've got a stream going on, and to engage with whoever's producing, it's just a lot. And and I'm not going to be that guy, but we've all done full days at work as well. You then come around, and as you get towards the end, you are either like flagging, or you're just like, oh, I don't have the brain capacity to do everything I need to do. It needs to be short, sharp games, and I think that's what would make it more appealing to people outside.
That's
Stop
what
getting pictures of Cosby up.
He knows me too well
Just
now.
literally like, it's a picture of Cosby appearing.
Oh, it's a whole separate presentation actually that Cosby's on.
Oh, is it?
I think one of the conclusions that we'll come into in this discussion. There he is. One of the conclusions we'll come into is Warhammer 40,000 is being pushed in a direction of professionalism.
I love the fact you're like, don't name names on the channel. We can't call people out. What's the thumbnail? Cosby. Like, I'm the one that's in the wrong. Do you reckon like next big tournament I go to, they're all going to gang up on me, and I'm just going to have like the three of them just kicking the crap out of me around the back of the like sports hall that we're in?
Listen, I'm only going to say this once because I don't want to go back there, but one of them lads, strong lad.
Well, he goes to the gym Everyone's a big lad until you hit him with a piece of wood, mate.
Oh my God! Seriously, stop mentioning his.
I didn't mention his name. Stop mentioning.
Johnny, I don't know what to say. Tom, teams will make it professional, e.g. 8v8 tourneys. Just look at WTC, over 10k views across it. Yeah,
100%.
I think there are definitely challenges in doing the stream element, but I think people quite like it. Our stream did great.
Our stream did good.
And I tell you what, Johnny, great commentators from the stream we did.
Excellent commentators.
Some of the best commentators in the land.
Honestly, I've never known commentary like it.
Interfering with fucking games.
It didn't interfere with the games.
Mate, we've been playing loads of casual 40k at the club, using all the rules, mission cards properly, but balanced thematic list. That's where the fun of 40k is.
I think you're right. And this is what...
Mike's not wrong.
And I think me and a couple of the boys have talked about doing this and doing like a narrative thing where it's not competitive. And could that work? Could you go like, right, let's start with 500 points each of a new army, and let's just have a casual, narrative-driven... And then we get to 1,000 points, and whoever's won a game gets an extra command point, or they get an extra upgrade for free on one of their units, or something like that. And you play it as a narrative campaign, so you're just playing it for fun. It's not. It doesn't matter who wins or loses. Whereas the problem with every game of 40k, that even if you're playing casually, is what is the end result? What ends up happening? There's always a score at the end. And there's always a winner or a loser, whether you mean there to be or not. You've still got to keep score, because that's how the game works. Otherwise, what's the literally? Otherwise, you are just pushing models around the board, rolling dice randomly, aren't you? Yeah. If you're not actually playing the objectives and playing the cards, you play the objectives, you play the cards. It generates a score. Someone wins and loses, irrelevant of how casually you want to play that game.
Yeah. Tom says flicking between 8 games could make 3-hour games interesting. Jason, back in the day when we started WTC, commentators would switch between 5 games and one would always have something interesting at any given moment. I think there's an interesting point here being made around jumping across multiple games. It's almost giving you like extra value in being able to monitor them, you know.
So I've just had an absolute brainwave, right?
Anytime someone says that, it's one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard. So
let's go
really lock in on this being a top idea. Let's see what happens.
Right.
Here we go. You ready, everybody?
Ready.
Everyone sit down.
Sit down. This could be it.
Here we go.
So when we do the teams event, we have the setup like we had on the top table. Then what we do, right?
I'm imagining.
Do you remember when Peep Show? How they filmed Peep Show when they had the
You've lost me. It's shit.
They had the cameras looking at the face, and I could run around the tables with like a self-mounted camera, like talking to people while the games are going on.
Right, what was it? I'm not even going to say anything. What does everybody think of that? What does everybody think of 8 hours watching Liam's face zoomed in with him running around?
Do you know like the guy that does the trains? You know the guy that does the trains?
Oh, please tell me you mean that like Instagram guy.
Yeah,
who everybody's not sure if, you know.
Yeah, him with the train that was called Dick My Butt and stuff like that. Did you not see that when he was in Brighton?
I'm not reading out anymore, Nate. If this is some elaborate scam for me to read out, my cunt is a slippery.
Can't believe you read it.
I just fucking hate all this.
He's a slippery player. Oh my god.
The chat were doing a good job of trying to get us back on chat, and then Matt comes in with that. Johnny, thoughts on movement? I'm just going in blind here, guys, so I can't be asked double reading. Thoughts on movement being so wonky?
Oh, don't get him started, Johnny.
How can this game be played at a top level when a 6-inch move can be 6.2 by accident, and then eventually the unit is microanalyzed during charges? Do you know what, Johnny? This is the thing I've been talking about for the past few weeks. Tom, there's a decent...
Don't read it. Don't read it. Don't read it. I've read it. Don't read it. Tom's stolen that off the plane that crashed as well, to be fair. Though.
What, something wrong? Tom, this is live. This is just...
It's always had bad luck.
Listen, if I'm ever a professional YouTube shit chatter, I'll read these out. But I'm not. So please. Rob, why are you worried when you... I'm doing it again. Can you vet some of these?
No, so Rob's put, why are you worried, Liam? You have the 4-stone wet president to have your back.
Fucking hell,
that's how Matty Byrne there.
Rob's got off the bus and he's got his fucking shooter out, wandering around the streets of Brighton.
Christ, that's a bit weird.
Firing shots. That's called Crusade. No one plays it. Jason, don't listen to Paul about Guild Ball. I hear something is coming.
Oh, Jason's got his ear to the ground on Guild Ball, hasn't he?
He's trolling.
trolling.
Well, yeah, because that's what all they said. Something's coming.
Viral sensation if he's the man of size changing about a gaming tournament.
This is why I read the
man of
comments out.
size charging around a gaming tournament. Viral sensation, mate.
Who?
Me.
Oh, you.
In the skinniest, basically a belly top of an esports top as well, with like literally
You know what I'd want from this?
gut hanging out and everything.
I'd want you wearing the tight esports
Sweating,
top.
like really getting really sweaty as well.
With big headphones.
Yeah,
big
massive
proper
headphones.
like ear defenders.
With like an aerial out the top of it. Oh my God. Me just like running up to it. How's it going on table two?
Liam just gets the table, just fucking collapses.
Just takes the table out. Paul, table two's done. I fell through it.
Yeah, we managed to convince the tournament organizer, WTC, were like, guys, this is going to be great. First game, Liam runs up, collapses into the fucking table.
Trips.
Table fucking explodes. Top table.
Me just like wandering around like, yeah. Bang.
Yeah. I'm going there.
I'm going. But the problem is you could be like the shot caller who'd be like, cut. Liam, what's going on table 5? Yeah. And I'm like, no, Liam, table 1.
Free, Liam. Get down to free. Fucking smashing. Oh, it's a great idea. This sounds better than competitive 40k.
Told you it was a great idea.
Yeah, no, it's good. You swung me around. Andy, I can't even... I'm just going to read them. I can't even use a tape measure anymore in games. Everything's measuring sticks. Yeah, it's weird using tape measures after... I don't know if I mentioned it, but I used to play War Machine. My Ivor Hardy's... Oh, fucking hell. This is not even funny anymore.
Why do you keep me?
Augusta Wind. He said, Augusta Wind has been blowing opponents away.
Augusta Wind.
This has got so stupid. Hero. The best invention of 40k would be a grid. This is Tom saying something sensible. The best invention of 40k would be a gridded map with 1-inch squares.
Didn't we have that though? Wasn't that a thing? I swear that was a thing.
No, last episode we did. Someone came on and said some comment.
These inch grids?
That's not an inch, you madman.
Is that not well?
No. Who taught you maths?
No one. That's the problem.
It's fucking tiny.
Don't get taught maths on the mean streets of Hove, mate.
Fucking hell. What do they teach you then?
Don't know.
Johnny, yeah, but what? I'm so nervous about reading the chat. Yeah, but what? But no, but what? Yeah, but then what if you move only 4.6 inches because you want a better line of sight and then move after move is all weird. Yeah, it can't be. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It can't be on a gridded system, can it?
Oh, I love D&D though. Can D&D ever be professional? Imagine the characters you'd get on that.
Oh, my
Imagine
God.
that. Professional D&D. Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys can't see what he's got on the screen. Imagine D&D, professional D&D. Imagine the characters you'd get on that.
Professional Dungeons and Dragons would be absolutely fucking amazing.
I would watch that. I would tune into that.
That would be so hilariously funny.
Oh, mate, and you'd have to get people that are like aggy with each other as well.
Yeah,
because that's the best bit when you play D&D, when two people in the party start getting aggy with each other and don't like each other.
Big time.
And like try and actually fuck each other up. It's hilarious. The amount of games of D&D I've played where like someone in the group's like pissed someone off because they didn't let them have a bit of pizza, like in real life, and then they're literally in the tournament.
Just be like, yeah, I'm not.
Oh, do you want to attack that goblin to help me out? No.
No, sorry, I'm busy.
Busy. Doing what? Crafting.
Critical Role is professional D&D. Guys, help me make the smart gaming. Oh, it was Johnny. It was Johnny going on about the smart gaming. Johnny, was it you going on about the smart gaming table, saying if you've made a smart gaming table, will we play on it?
Yeah. 100% we will.
Johnny, like Elon Musk or something. What are you going to do? How are you going
to do this, Johnny? How big?
Tiny
you realise that you've got to have a screen that's 60 inches by 44 inches, at least, for the
Johnny,
size.
if Johnny can make it happen, I think when we're saying professional D&D, I know there's Critical Role. I think Andy says my friend is a professional D&D dungeon master.
Is he classically trained? Because if he's not classically trained, I don't want to watch it. Has he gone to Cambridge and studied classics?
I think there's been a misunderstanding because I thought we were talking about like competitive. But do you mean professional as in like people that just get paid full time for doing it? Yeah, because there's like a like.
Oh, is that a thing?
Oh, mate. Oh, you won't believe these are gods they're gods.
Oh, mate, I might get lost down a hole this evening.
Go watch Critical Role. I watched it in lockdown. It was one of my lockdown things I got obsessed with.
Oh, really?
I just fucking binged watched those of Critical Role. Yeah, it's professional. It's these guys. I mean, they're really successful and huge. They go to conventions and They write books, and they're all. I think they're all professional voice actors. I think they are.
Oh yeah, then that's what I mean. It's got to be like.
Oh, they're good. They're really
someone's
good.
got to
Oh,
be. It can't just be like your standard. And then I.
No, it's brilliant. And
I'd
it's
like
a TV show.
I'd like to roll my D20 and attack.
Oh, they're not like
goblin.
that. No, they're all shagging all sorts. Some of them all together. Not on the video. You know, off.
Oh, do they not do it on live?
They shag offline.
Why are they?
Well, because they're married and things like that.
Oh, that's boring.
And now there's a TV show.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, it's called Critical Role.
Oh, what a surprise! it's called Huge Ass.
I think it's called Critical Role.
Right. What else have we got in the chat?
My friend is a professional. No, TTS could be a very way forward with the movement tracking. Do you know what? Okay. Let's try and get back on track to summarise this up, because we've gone. The chat really, at times, has been a blessing.
Amazing.
And other times, it's taken us down a route of. No, I love it. If the chat are happy, I'm happy. That's my motto. That could be your tattoo when we get to 1,000 subscribers. Epic Flail logo, and just say, if the chat's happy, I'm happy. No?
Yeah, but where is this going on me?
I don't know.
Can it be like round my belly button, like the old Made in England tattoos? So when I wear my really ill-fitting sports top,
okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, which is probably not going to happen, and please no one buy subscribers, it completely fucking wrecks the channel. Don't do that. Please, 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 please. Must be legit. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, Liam has said he's going to get this tattoo of the flail logo. I think you should give us 4 locations. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And we can pick whichever one we want out of
that's fine.
4 of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know why I struggle with the second part of that. Johnny, I work in tech. It could take me a few months. Johnny, if you can build us a virtual table, this could be a really interesting adventure.
We could literally corner a market here, Johnny.
Good telly.
Oh, mate, definitely not telly. 100% not doing that.
Taste the biscuit.
Okay, how about we make a deal that if we get to 1,000 subscribers by Christmas, I'll get the flail tattooed, one of 4 locations.
Go on, give us a 4.
You get taste the biscuit tattooed
No,
on yourself.
whoa. No,
why not? What your pussy?
Fucking stupid suggestion that is.
Why?
So if we get to 1,000 subscribers, you basically said you would do it, not me. I then have to get taste the biscuit.
Yeah. What are the chat feeling about Paul getting taste the biscuit tattooed on himself?
No. I'm not entertaining this discussion.
Why not?
What? Well, for 2 reasons. First of all, it wasn't me that made the bet.
No, but you can join in on a bet.
I don't want taste the biscuit ever.
Why not?
That T-shirt was cool that he sent me. Martin, maybe that's the solution. Each tournament has small table tranches, each of which has a monitoring group of judges. More judges would just be good for.
I think but we said this last time, didn't we, about judges? And it's like, it's great having more judges, but I don't think you need more. I think you just need judges that know what they're doing.
Well, it would help. It would help. But this is Games Workshop's. So this goes back to the tension point we're talking.
Look how well VAR's gone in football by just introducing more people into it.
I hate VAR.
I hate VAR.
Fucking worse. I hate it so much.
Leeds don't have to worry about it in the Championship, though, do they?
No, don't rub it in. It's a better division, a lot of people say. More working class, more for the fans. Okay.
What? Oh, mate,
Stephen says, got to be a tramp stamp. Johnny, flail along the shaft.
Flail along the shaft? Could you even get a tattoo on your dick? Well, no, obviously you can, but can you? Like, has anyone done that?
That's not that, Liam. Of all the listen, we've just put on the fucking. This is a conversation around. Can form 1/45 of a professional, and you've just asked the question: can you get a tattoo on your shaft?
Someone mentioned it.
Just because one of these. Listen, scroll back up and look at the behaviour of this chat. We can't trust them for anything.
Can't trust them.
They're a liability.
Can't trust them to sit the right way around on a toilet, can we?
Rob says he's from the nutsack team.
Yeah.
So, nobody. One problem with going professional is that there is already a good bit of cheating in competitions. Without doubt, there would be match fixing in a professional scene.
I think you do add in that element of.
I like that.
Yeah, there's a definite element of, and then you'd get smurfing and submarining and all these other terms that seem to appear. That
Submariners. I love a bit of submarine.
Yeah, what is wrong with people doing shit like that?
No, submarining is when you lose your first game and then get easier. We used to call.
You don't lose your first game. You don't score as many points on a win in your first game. So what you do is you don't score. So if you could score 100, but you know your opponent's only going to score 70, you only score 80 or 85. So you don't get as hard a match in the second round.
You
gimp your points, so you then get an easier match. Mate, that's just... I can't believe people have the mental capacity to do that sort of shit.
What was the name of the person? Oh, was
you told me not to name anyone.
No, not the actual name.
Harry Maguire.
No, it was a chipmunk, wasn't it?
Yeah. These were the people that
it was a chipmunk.
So
chipmunks will be people who, like, when there's soft scoring,
yeah,
which is like how friendly they were, they score you down on it. Professional stream. Yeah, Johnny. Definitely quotation marks. Tom, I've got a T on one
cheek.
I've got a T on one arse cheek and an M on the other. I clinched him. So stupid. Andy, I prefer Championship to Prem, but that's the money's. Me too, mate. It's all about the Championship. Johnny says that's called sandbagging.
Yeah, there's definitely multiple terms for that.
Fucking hell. Oh, crime, we'll have to say.
40k wants to be a game where players create cool painted armies that clash on an illuminate.
Right, listen.
Awesome.
I don't mean that as a piss-taking way. Emulate.
Mate,
mate, no, I'm as bad.
I've got pink eye and I can't read.
I know. I didn't mean. I wasn't laughing.
The awesome battles of the law. Competitive armies are rarely like this. Well, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? A competitive army, you know. So I'm not picking on him, but let's say James's army at the weekend.
Oh fuck! I thought you were about to name someone else. Then.
No, James.
Who are you slagging off now?
No,
James?
I'm not slagging him off. I'm just saying.
Don't slag off James.
I'm
He's
not
a lovely
slagging
man.
him off. Jesus Christ!
For fuck's sake!
We're
another
talking
enemy.
We're talking about cool, like. So what was he playing? Ultramarines, but with like the Raven Guard rules, and you're like, it just doesn't feel like you got whatever his name.
Yeah,
is,
but it's a cool list.
It's a fucking cool list. But
Great
he's got
list.
Calgar running around like hiding in the shadows. You're like, oh, it can't shoot me. I've got stealth. You're like, that's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Thematically, it's not right, is it?
It's a hell of a fucking list, though.
If
anyone wants to learn and see the strength of the ultimate, because let's go serious for about 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Why have you got glitter on your forehead?
Have I?
Yeah.
Don't know. I think G had someone.
You fucking what?
I was in your Christmas tree, wasn't I?
I think G had someone. What are you insinuating there? This is a live podcast.
I've
That's
got
my
pink
wife.
eye. I've got pink eye and glitter on my forehead. We don't need to know anymore, boys.
Fucking disgusting. Idiot.
Idiot. That's about right.
For fuck's sake, I just try to make a serious point. You just absolutely...
You said you can have 9 seconds. Go on, you got 9 seconds.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say there. Mike, I went to a massive GW tournament in Nottingham a few years back, and the winning list was 100% Flyers. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. If you want to learn about the Ultramarine list that is being very, very, very popular at the moment with Uriel, fucking the Sunshine Mermaid in.
Uriel Ventress.
Little Mermaid in it. Magnus in it. Max Aggressor unit. We've got
4 units of Inceptors.
3 units of Inceptors. Oh, did he have 4? I thought he had 3.
And then...
No, he's got 3. Can only have 3.
Eradicators.
2 units of Eradicators. Go watch the streams from the weekend.
Yeah.
And go watch Shapiro's games. He plays it really well. Really good games.
Really solid games, especially against Guy in round 4.
Day 2, round 1.
Yeah, really, really good game because Guy's is a very competitive list as well.
Yeah, Guy's got a
and
mean...
To be fair, even against Ross in the final, Ross's World Eaters, it was a very competitive game.
Yeah, it was great. Mike, we read that one. Jason, more Enos is not necessarily the answer. They need professional judges if they want pro players. Remember UKG Masters, I told the judges just to leave your table alone because you and Brett can play. There we go.
What was this War Machine that you were playing again?
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I used to play War Machine.
I'm surprised you don't.
You're a good lad, Jason. You did just leave us to it.
You don't just sit there with
no,
your trophy?
Jason's literally like best judge in country. Where to apply the judges is more important than having one. Johnny, that's John Lennon's list. Yeah. It is John Lennon's list. I'm talking about the Ultramarines.
It's a.
Oh no, it's different.
It's a very close variation of it, and it's played in the same way, but there is differences to it.
It is different.
Yeah, we should.
I'd love to. Now is not the time, but I'd love to talk about that list. I'd really like to chat about the sick. He had a max unit of Centurions with las cannons.
Oh yeah, that kept coming up and coming back down again. Mate, that list just looks like a nightmare to play against. It
Oh,
really
it's horrendous.
does.
It's horrendous. It's horrendous. I'm having a friendly game tomorrow against Will. I don't know if Will's in the chat or watches this if you do it late date. Looking forward to the game against you tomorrow, Will. And
What list he bringing?
well, it's funny you should ask that because he had a Marine list at the weekend. Dark Angels caught him, said how'd it go? He said, yeah, big learning experience. It's his first like competitive event. It was like big learning experience. But some great games. Really, really enjoyed it. Bit of thinking to do around my list. Great. So we're texting each other today.
What list he sent you?
I said, what do you want to play tomorrow, mate? I can play Knights or I can play Marine list. I'm tinkering around with. It's got it's got a few units of Inceptors in.
Is this why you text me saying, can you bring your Inceptors over for me tonight, please?
Yeah, then he texted me back and said, oh yeah, me too. Mine's got 2 units of Inceptors in as well. And I thought, yeah, fuck that. I'm not playing Inceptors. I thought, hey up, everyone's doing the same thing.
Well, to be
Everyone's
fair,
seen them
everyone
Inceptors
had no,
and
but
thought,
everyone had Inceptors in their list before. People weren't running them in the blocks that they're running in them now. People were running 2 units of 3 or 1 unit of 6 and 1 unit of 3. Now they're running 2 units of 6 and a unit of 3 or 2 units of 3 and a unit of 6. Like it's gone bonkers now.
It's gone bonks. We've gone off subject. I mean, we've done an hour and a half as well, Liam, so I think it was a good...
We need to wrap it up in a minute.
I think we'll wrap it in a minute. But I think what we'll keep doing is talking about this tension point. I'm really interested in it. I can't take you seriously, but you look like a Hindi. You glitter right in the middle of your head.
Why have I got glitter on my head?
I don't know.
I don't have glitter on my head. I think I've just got a shiny head because I shaved today.
No, it's okay. It's like a crystal. Telly says, does GW have a business relationship with the coaching and social media groups formed by the professional players? Yes, they do. They send them free stuff, which allows them to... It's actually, this is another discussion point. The people that are trying to professionalise the game are getting the rules and the models earlier than everybody else. So not only does that give them a competitive advantage at events because they've got a longer time of eyes on the prize sort of thing of learning the list, but they also make all this content way in advance and then release it and are monetizing the content.
But I always feel that my view on that has always been as well that that it's within their own interest to always be positive about Games Workshop.
Oh, they're very positive.
And the models are always really good and the rules are always really balanced and everything's really nice. And, you see some models and you're like, mate, that looks like a piece of shit. Like, no, but genuinely, there's models out there that have come out and you just go, that's an awful looking model.
Like the
AdMech guy on stilts. Like, I liked him because I thought he looked derpy.
He looks absolutely shit.
But he does look shit, doesn't he?
Worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Rubbish model with shit rules. No point in him at all. Literally no point in him at all. But I bet if you go on their channels, they're like, oh, yeah, no, it's really good. Oh, look at it. It's really cool.
It's just real.
Oh, yeah, I love JW.
Telly says, did they play test? Probably, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
Do they? They all
Whatchamacallit.
Don't say any more names. Don't say them because you're not meant to say the names of playtesters. It's like Candyman.
I know, but they say
it's like
on their
spies.
channel.
It's like spies.
Oh, okay.
I'm just joking.
I know one
on the channel.
Mini War Gaming definitely do. They're a big channel in America or Canada.
That's intense, that channel.
Yeah. They're not... Some of them are quite good to
No,
watch.
great. Just it's a lot going on. I think we've done a really good job of covering that subject, guys. And, it was a process. There was ups and downs.
There was quite literally with you on your chair.
I fell off my chair. We read out some names that I probably shouldn't have read out.
I like the one you're like, stop naming names, and then you read out fucking Ivor Floppy or whatever he was called. I think my names were less offensive than yours, to be fair, just because mine are real people.
Ivor Floppy, that was definitely not one of the names.
Was that not one of them?
No, it's not. Tell you, they paid to be WTC with the golden tickets for travel and accommodation. Mike, the lists are rarely super janky. And Jason, same with Space Marines, Reavers, shit models, shit rules. Why do they bother?
Yeah, but that's the problem with Space Marines.
Shite, aren't they?
There's so many units in Space Marines that are just completely and utterly the same as something else.
Andy, I love Andy. Empty the bin and no black bags, fuming.
Thanks, Andy. Cheers for that. Let's get a super chat for Andy for £1 for his bin bags.
Listen, that is really fucking annoying, actually, Andy. That is one of the worst things. Sometimes I empty the bin bag, forget, and then Georgia lobs a fucking lasagna
something in the bin, and it's just
fucking slaps on the side.
Ugh.
Old lasagna.
Oh, manky ganya.
Thanks. Pardon?
Manky lasagna.
Oh, right. I thought you was freestyling. I think we'll call it that. It's been an hour and a half, Liam. We aim for an hour and a half, don't we?
Yeah.
That's an hour and a half's a good chunk of time. We are doing... Cheers, Andy. Sounds rubbish. Go check out the battle report we just put out. We did a pre-edited battle report that went live last night.
Yep.
Late, because I was staying up too late pissing around editing fucking midnight. But that's now up and live. Check it out, please, on the channel. Let us know what you think. If you have watched this and you're still with us, please do a like on the video. It really helps. And if you're not subscribed, do a subscribe. We've got to get up to 1,000 followers so that Liam has to get an Epic Flail logo tattoo on his forehead. Which
that will definitely not be one of the options. I'll just confirm that now, that forehead will not be an option.
We're going big, guys. We're big dreams, big visions. We're getting right on his forehead. So please like and subscribe. What have we got coming up next? I guess the podcast again on...
Podcast on Monday.
So
this again on Monday. And then I don't know who we've got playing next Thursday. Who have you got on playing next Thursday?
Tom, aren't you on next Thursday?
It feels like it might be Mr. Green.
It might be Tom.
It might be Tom.
Oh, I think it's Tom and Stu.
No, because Stu was supposed to be playing Tom tonight.
I don't know. We'll have a game on next Thursday. We'll either stream it or we'll do a pre-edited battle report and put it out after. And yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on the channel. We've got loads of other stuff coming up. Liam, cheers, my friend.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you very much to the chat. Appreciate all loads. Thanks for your nice comments. We will